Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Henry from ACC Driving School. I am about to run through the driving test at a Broward County location, a DMV in Broward County, Florida. I want to say thank you to all the people that have been supporting the channel. 2023 was a good year. Looking forward to a much better year for 2024. So yeah, I'm gonna run you through the actual test step by step. I'm gonna show you everything that will be expected on the actual driving test. Watch it to the end. If you want to know exactly what the test will entail, you gotta watch the video. You can't watch just a few seconds and click off, because this video will go into details every single thing that will be expected on the driving test. Alright, first thing, they're gonna ask you at some point during the driving test, if you're parked facing uphill, what direction do you turn the steering wheel? The answer is left away from the curb. Left away from the curb. What else do? You put the car in park, you pull up the parking brake, and you turn off the ignition. Again, you put the car in park, pull up the parking brake, turn off the ignition. Then they will ask you to do the turn signals. So you signal left, you signal right. They'll tell you signal left, signal right, blow the horn, press and release the brake. Now they're doing all of that to make sure that your brake lights are working, your turn signal lights are working, your horn is working. They will not take you out in a car if those things are not working. Lately, they've been asking people to turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. They're checking your front tire, making sure you have good tires on the front. Turn all the way to the right. Again, they're checking to make sure you have good tires. When you're done turning the wheel left and right, you make sure you straighten it. So that's cyan once, cyan twice. Now that would be whatever car you're driving, whether it's a Toyota, a Nissan, a Honda, whatever. You want to make sure you turn and see the logo 2 times from extreme left or right. You ought to be able to see the logo in the correct upright position twice. All right. So the examiner will get into the car and they'll tell you to reverse and go to the left. So I'm gonna run you through it real quick. So you're going backwards. So you will look back. You look both ways here because cars could be coming from either direction. When your mirror gets to the end of the line like that, then you turn the steering wheel all the way to the right as you back out. Okay. Put the car back in the drive. And we're gonna go to the stop sign right here, and we're going to make a left turn. So signal left. Make sure you signal left. As soon as they tell you that you're turning right or left, you make sure you signal. Alright, so you pull up here, you make sure it's clear both ways, and you're gonna go to the stop sign at the end of this corridor, this parking lot, and you're making a left turn. So you signal left again. Come to a complete stop at this stop sign. You look both ways, make sure it's clear, and then you go into the right lane. Make sure you drive in the extreme right lane. If you're in the middle of the road, if you drive on the wrong side of the road, you can and will be disqualified. Okay, so make sure you're driving on the right side. Come down into this corner here, and then you're going to make a right turn. So you signal right. Okay. Turn right as you pass this tree, and then they'll tell you to stop like right here. Okay? They'll say stop, and now then they'll say the first maneuver is the quick stop. So you speed up to 20 and you do a sudden stop. Alright, so you speed up 20 miles per hour and you stop. Just like that. Sudden stop. Put the car in reverse And when they tell you, they'll say the next maneuver is reversing. Now, I have a camera on this, reverse camera on this car, but you're not allowed to use it. So you have to actually turn it around, look behind you, and reverse. Just go straight back until they tell you to stop. Go straight back and stop. I'll put the car back in drive. You're gonna go down to the end and make a left turn. So you signal left. Make sure you signal every single time, because if you don't signal, you're going to lose points. You don't want to lose any points. Now they're gonna bring you over here and they're gonna make you park in between these cones right where these poles. So you pull up, line up your mirror with the poles on this side, turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, and then roll into the parking space. Straighten up and roll straight at. Again, this works every single time. It's really difficult to mess this up. If you line up the mirror, turn all the way left, roll when you get into the middle of the space, you straighten the wheel and pull forward. Now, as you backing out, as soon as your mirror is past the cone, you turn all the way to the right, looking behind you. And again, when your mirror is past the middle line like that, put the car back in drive. You pull up next to the line on the right side, because your next thing is going to be the 3-point turn. You stop here, signal left, turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. And you're going to go forward and stop before you hit the curb right there. Put the car back in reverse. Turn all the way to the right. Look behind you again. And you're reversing until your mirror is past the middle. Just like that. Put it back in drive. Signal left again. Turn left. So you signal left twice during the 3-point turn. You go left twice, you signal left twice. I get asked this all the time. People asking me, how many times you signal? If you go left twice, you signal left twice. That's what the 3-point turn entails. So now we're just gonna go back to where the test started. Look at this big ass truck. Alright? We're going back to where the test started. And look at the line. Look at the DMV line. This is crazy. Wow. That's what the line looks like at the DMV. Early morning, it's like 7:30. Alright, so we're gonna come down to the end here right before you go out to the main road, and you make a left turn. So you make a left turn into the right lane, make sure. And then you make another left turn into the right lane. It is very, very, very important that you turn into the right lane, because if you end up on the left side, you will fail the driving test. So they'll bring you back over here where the test started, and they'll tell you to park. And that's it. You'll park up right in the same position where you started the driving test, and that will be the end of the driving test. So as you see, I've gone through every single step that you will be expected to do on the driving test. And guess what? This is my last video for 2023, right? So again, it's been a good year. Hoping for a better year next year. And keep supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, I'm asking you please to do that. Tell your friends about the channel. Share the channel with your friends. Click the like button. Subscribe, please. I will see you guys next year. Thank you.